turn it over for just a second. This will be a Google document in the classroom. In December, I want you to make a change that's required to your ILP. If you want a cheat code, as the kids would say, she got it.
Yes, she did.
Add to your pathway, which I'll explain to you tonight. I'll explain what a pathway is in a few minutes. Okay? You're going to make the change and document that where it says December. I'm going to ask you to do that again in March. So just understand that this document is alive. I'm going to ask you to do one more thing between now and September 20th. Your mentor is going to arrange with your administrator to have a triad meeting between you, your mentor, and your administrator to talk about the ILP goal, which may be very similar to your evaluation goal, but that's neither here nor there. And you're going to sign it, and that administrator is going to sign it, and your mentor is going to sign it. And you're going to turn this into Google Classroom in 2 different ways, and both are required. You're going to scan and upload this with the wet signature into Google Classroom, and you're going to type on the Google document without the signature and turn it in. Why is that important? The goals, which we're going to write tonight, with the signatures are due September 20th. You have a pacing guide in front of you that I printed in color. It says Pathways and Outcomes, which I will promise to explain in a few minutes. When is that due? Say that louder?
November 1st.
All right. So you're going to take the Google document and click File, Make a Copy, and turn it in November 1st. And then it says you need to do a December update. You're going to click File, Make a Copy, and turn it in December. You see why it needs to be the Google Doc? And then in March, you're going to click File and Make a Copy and turn it in one last time. What happens if you turn a PDF in? Can you edit that PDF? Especially if you scanned it? No, it's frozen in time, right? So the PDF with the wet signatures stays back here on the September 20th date. And your Google Doc keeps moving forward with you. I just told you that your signature is required along with your mentor and your administrator. And then I said you need to make some changes. If you find that you don't like the goal you wrote tonight, you can rewrite it. You get 2 weeks from now, you go, man, that's too easy. I already know how to do this. Or it's not going to help me grow. You can change it. You don't need to go back and get your signature of the administrator again. You don't have to have a second triad meeting, right? Just do it once and move forward. You might want to say, hey, I edited my goal a little bit. But I will tell you that once we get through October, don't change your goal. Because we want to spend the rest of the year collecting data on your goal. Tonight I'm going to talk about how we're going to measure that through the lens of student outcomes. And that's your outcome. We're going to ask, once you kind of settle on that, to leave it alone, but you may find it's not measuring the right thing and you may need to change that. This is a living document and you have permission to do so. But I'll caution you that the later we get into the year, the less you want to mess with the goal and the outcomes because your window of collecting data gets smaller and smaller. The cheat code is to add the pathways. Tonight I'm going to ask you to think about 3 of those pathways. By the time we get to the end of the year, there should be a half a dozen or more. And I'll explain all that in a moment. Okay. You've identified the element. Now you have in front of you the growth words. You must use one of these words in your sentence. And I wanted to treat you as adults and not give you a sentence starter, but if I did, your sentence starter would say, I will expand my ability, or I will advance my skills, or I will improve my ability to, listen carefully, it's all about you and what behavior or challenge you are placing on you. Don't think of your students yet. How are you going to improve your teaching practice as it relates to the standards? And here's another cheat code. You may copy the element as part of your goal. But I would recommend starting your sentence with, I will improve, or I will build, or I will cultivate my, right? Not the classroom, you. We really want you to stand in front of the mirror and say, what do I need to get better at? Okay. Here is a sample. My goal is to improve my ability to prompt students to ask critical questions and consider diverse perspectives about subject. I'm going to look at critical thinking. How can I improve my delivery so that students think critically? The second one is I will develop a deeper understanding of student behavior so I can manage the classroom better. Those are samples. I want you to spend the next 10 or 15 minutes literally writing in this. You write the standard and the element numbers. When you type it, I want you to write it out. And then write your goal. And when you're finished, I want to come around and see it. So handwrite it on our blank ILP. And you need to write two. Ready, go.
Just do the whole thing right now? Put down that 1.4.
This is not going to take it, so if you're at 1.6 or you're at 5.5.
want to be really, really big like me, use like my 20.
Yeah, we're just trying to go. So if you're doing 4.6, you're using 5 mil.
Okay, but Jeff is
Not the other first.
I will offensively, just to keep it pretty.
You can, if you want, you can specify down the end like that. Right?
Yes, because that's what that's what the actor should
How I adapt to instructional plans and incorporate curriculum materials process. Expand my adaptation instructional like an ELA and one big massive so you have a massive one. I'll see that's better because the math got it, got it. So you guys can use the same exact so like you of all students.
So I will monitor.
my knowledge. like the all of my
Well, so once you have that, same thing once we get this signed, that's we have 2 days with it. You just scan it, then you type it up, they don't touch the scan until December. We'll add pathways to December, change the measure, because they'll be like, I think 70%, whatever my goal is. Then you're like, yeah, we can do that. So you change it to 60%. So change to 60, re-upload it. So you make a copy, make a change, re-upload that. Like you have every month when we do the journal, so every month we have to get 1 picture, 1 change average. So we know that. I have a really good idea. I have some good data. Take a picture. If it's data on like the Acadians who might do data from yeah, your dad's gonna be the map. ILP be involved in these situations. You can do check-ins, you can do some inspections. You can do like a thumbs up, thumbs down, right? All of those things. Yeah, you just put it in the actual journal. So if you have the actual journal.
It's engaging because they already know it.
I would say you'll get all of those things we're talking about. So then here's that, right? You take that one for each, and then the first piece of that is all the benchmark results. Exactly. And they went too far. Watch the teacher, that's what it's going to be one of the hours, so it's going to be ILP device feedback. I have observation to all of these things. She gets you feedback, she has to give you feedback. That's your goal. Just those questions. Something that's engaging them because you're involved. Take that one. We're good. You can read by hand, right?
Cognitive, yeah.
I want to improve my ability to more spotlight.
I've realized that.
You need that editing, I'll try to get back and check it off.
I did everything except I didn't think but you know that might take a little bit of time. But just something like oh, it's okay, so here's where my doctor, right? Back over here where he said, oh, it can change. It can change. December, no, March, you can say, well, now I can't say that.
So you checked yours?
Change it as we go. That's just cheap. Oh gosh, I don't, you know what, I don't want that one, that was easy, I'm gonna put skip down to, I think you can change your words.
You can change improved to another sentence.
That's great. No, I love it.
Oh, he did say it.
We're supposed to use it till all right, need a little adjustment. So I want to know about your skill, right? So we have the same kind of all four. I will teach and still engage. So are they engaged now, at least a little bit?
Procedures.
I will improve my ability to deepen student engagement. I might say, I will improve my ability to increase student engagement. I would just stop. So what kind of tools will I use? Maximize differentiated instruction. I will expand my use of differentiated instruction. If you want to hit that, I'll come back on that.
How about cross? Well, I've told them we're again, whatever projects you got and then be like, I don't see that, you know.
I'm like, we wanted to make it kind of right up Or is it better down here? And procedures for all my students for a climate. Because we're keeping it short and simple. Used to be simple. Yes, you did. That's where we thought. So is this we change it to simple. You want it to stay right.
But the real change is what it takes them and then looking fine. There's one there's Austria? So cute. What else is So, what's tripped up about the one?
Okay. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote a big
So, just so you know,
You're coming to me. You already keep all
I hate your commercials.
Okay,
Shorty has her capacity. You can't do that. You can't have capacity. As long as they say I suck at something, all this work is easy. Female from because then I'll just never see she's